This is the SwitchBot app for the SwitchBot Mini plug. You can see right here, this is our main screen, which will list out all of our devices. We could see our SwitchBot Plug Mini there is actually highlighted in white, letting us know that that particular item is online. Looking at our main page here, if we quickly come up to the three dots in the corner, we can sort our devices and we can manage locations. Currently, I only have one location. We have our plus sign right here, which will allow us to add other devices to this. We have our notifications area, our home selection. So in my case, I only have one, so it just says my home. We have bots that are nearby. Currently, I don't have any other bots that are nearby. And then our actual device. From this screen, we can see that our SwitchBot Mini plug is currently off and connected via Wi-Fi. That little cloud indicates that it is connected over Wi-Fi instead of over Bluetooth, which this is capable of doing. If I tap right there, that lets us know now it is turned on. It will also give you a wattage readout right there. So this is just plugged into a LED lamp. So right now it is only doing 4.4 watts and outlined in red, letting us know that that's on. I can turn that off right from there, and then the SwitchBot Mini plug is off. If I select the plug itself, right here, this is all the data that we can get for it, as well as a giant, hey, this is off button. If I select this on this page, we get a green ring letting us know now that the SwitchBot Plug Mini is turned on. I kind of wish that the indicator on the main page was also green instead of red, because to me, red means off or stop. A little thing to split hairs about. Up at the top here, we can see today. It's giving us a lot of information. So we've got energy. It's used almost nothing because realistically I haven't run this today because this particular lamp is only used in the evening when I need to clean in that specific area. We have an actual power output while it's on, as well as the current amps and current voltage. We can also see what the power usage was for the other day. And then we have our power on duration. Again, because this lamp is not on all that often, I don't have anything as of yet, but this would allow us to see how long this particular device has been on for. I love when smart devices add stats like this because it adds a little extra aside from just being able to turn on and off your device, which a lot of other things can do. Up here we also have our history. So if I select this, this will give us a history for this device. So right here you can see the powered on duration for this device overall has been 2 hours and 20 minutes with a power consumption of still less than a kilowatt. And here in 2022, it shows us total less than that kilowatt and the total runtime. If I select this, it'll give me a drop down. And here we can see my October stats. And if I click into that, it's going to actually give me this visualization, this chart. So here you can see nothing, because I wasn't around. And then, hey, I used this lamp because I was cleaning and I left it on for 1 hour, 35 minutes. But this will give you a visual representation breakout. So this will be able to be over months, over years, all that data will be saved here. And you've got the ability to export this data, which is really great. So if I select export, hey, how do I want to export this particular information? So that is a really cool feature. We're going to turn our lamp right off, or in my case, the smart plug, we're going to turn that off. Over here, we have the ability to set up a schedule. So let's say there is a particular day and time that you want this to come on and a day and time you want this to come off. We simply come up here and select add. Well, okay, hours. Do you want this only once? Or do you want this to repeat? And then action, turn on or turn off. So we can say 8 p.m., repeat, and we can say this day, and this day, and then it'll turn on and we hit save. And then we can add one that says repeat, and we'll pretend that these are the similar days, but then we would say turn off, and then I would save, and then on those days the light will turn on at this time, and then on these days the light would turn off. Obviously you want to have that as a different time, but let's say we only want it to turn on or we only want to turn off. Well, hypothetically, I left this on. Well, guess what? I don't want it to remember that, but I do want to remember having it to turn off. So we can do that. Or in the upper right-hand corner here, I simply select delete, and then I can select what I want. I can hit done if I don't want to do anything, or I hit delete down here at the bottom, which will delete those, and then I'm done because I cleared everything out. Selecting back, that's our scheduling delay. Hypothetically, if you want to delay the turning on or off of this smart device, you can set that up here. So you can have 30 minutes, hour 30, 2 hours, and then start. So I have to select one. So I will say 30 minutes, and we go start, and now it will turn itself on after 30 minutes. So hypothetically, if I know I'm going to be out for the evening and I don't want to have to set up a constant recurring program, but I do want this particular light switch, this particular smart plug to turn on because it's a light, well, I can set this and then I don't have to worry about remembering. The smart plug will automatically turn itself on by the time I come home because of that setting. We also have a logs function right here. So this is going to show you everything that's happened. So right here you can see these are particular Amazon Echo commands that I ran with it, because you can set up Amazon Echo, which we're getting into, but it shows you turned on, turned off. I did have, when I was initially setting it up and testing, I did have one unknown error, but I just had to do a firmware update and it took care of that. But that is our logs area. So that's everything for the controls of the smart plug itself. Now in the upper right hand corner right here, and we can see it also shows that the power duration for today has been 2 minutes now. But in the upper right hand corner, we have the sprocket icon, which brings us into the settings for the plug itself, not just the operation, but the actual settings for it. So at the top here, we have the naming convention. I just called it SwitchBot Plug Mini. I can select that and I can change the name, change its location, and change its room. So I'm not going to, but that's how you could do it. And you can see right there, it says all devices, which is your room, and then which home it pertains to. Right here we have our Wi-Fi settings. So if you needed to set this up via Wi-Fi, you can come back in here and change it. Here we have our indicator light on or off. So there is an indicator light on the front of the device. If you don't want to have an indicator light because maybe you have this in a bedroom, controlling a device that you want to run overnight, you don't want that indicator light to be on, that's how you would turn it off. Here we have mistouch prevention. So right now it's off, but I can turn this on, and if I do, it's going to give me this little warning saying, when this is turned on, a window is going to pop up on the phone that you have to confirm first before the action will actually happen. So if that's somebody uses a voice command, uses the button on the plug, or has this on their home and tries to use the button, you're always going to get that warning saying, hey, what's going on? Do you want to approve this? Coming down, we have our cloud services. You have the ability to integrate with Google Assistant, Amazon's Assistant, IFTTT, and Line Clove for Japan only, so not for my area, but I got the big three right there. Coming back, we also have the ability for NFC controls. These you will need the SwitchBot Smart tags in order to do, but you can hypothetically set up routines where I use NFC on my phone and touch this particular tag and this action happens, or set up another tag and this action happens. So realistically, you have the ability to turn on or off the plug, but you also have the ability to switch between on and off. And those are all done through those NFC tags, which you would have to pick up because there are none that come with the box. But it's nice for the price of this plug that that kind of thing is thrown in here. We have our FAQ. So coming in here is going to bring up pretty much the SwitchBot support page, and you can find your particular device. Right here we have our firmware. My firmware is up to date, so there's nothing there. And then we have our device info, which I won't be showing you because there is a lot of sensitive information in that area, but that's where you can find the MAC address and all that fun stuff for your device. And then all the way down here at the bottom, this is our delete. So if you want to remove this from your SwitchBot account, this is how you would do that. And we're going to select back because that is everything that we can do for the SwitchBot Plug Mini here within the SwitchBot app.